Hey guys, how's it going? Beer here. Cool, so now we're in for number 2 of the Reverb machines on the Strymon BigSky. In case you didn't see the other videos, basically I'm doing a 12-part series on Strymon BigSky because there are 12 different Reverb machines, so my aim is to go and do 12 little videos so you can hear what they sound like. I've also done a quick technical overview on how to change patches, edit patches, move about the pedal, and also just a little introduction, so make sure you check those out and there'll be links in the description below. So number 2 is going to be the Hall reverb, which is amazing. The general characteristics of a Hall reverb are diffuse reflections and sort of a slower building density, as it were. So the cool thing about the BigSky is you have 2 different types of Hall reverb. You've got concert hall and then arena. Concert hall is a little bit, it's better balanced, it's well balanced, it's nice and spacious and stuff, and then the arena is huge, like it's just really like encompassing and blossom, like it's this big boomy kind of lovely reverb sound. So yeah, basically I'm going to play around with the different parameters and stuff so you can hear what it sounds like, but without further ado, this is the Hall reverb. So nice, that's generally everything around 12 o'clock. Hall reverbs are quite common, you'll find them sort of built-in reverbs on amplifiers like the old Marshall DFX range. Would be generally a Hall reverb that you had just a level on decay. They're good because they don't really interfere with the kind of attack of your notes and stuff. They sit nicely and everything swells around the notes you play, so that's why they were quite good for like guitar solo-y kind of stuff. What's cool is we go over to the close-up cam. The parameter 1 on here is low end, which it seems to be quite common across quite a lot of the reverbs on this pedal, but parameter 2 on this is the mid-range. So obviously when we play down here, let me boost the mix, let me boost the decay up a bit so you can hear. So that's feels quite deep, but if I boost that all the way up to the top, there's much more sort of bite in that kind of, in the reverb trail. So again, if I boost tone as well, that's quite a sharp, snappy kind of sound. Zesty, I want to say. Anyway, let's play. Now also, if I go into the parameter settings again, and then I move across to the size setting, I can choose between concert and arena. So let's stick with concert for now. Okay. And just a quick reminder, this particular button here, if you hold it down, it allows you to save your patch, but if you tap it, it basically goes into the kind of value of the parameters. So, and it will get me back to the name of the patch as well if I'm messing around in here and I want to go back to just to see the main display. Just tap this button and you're back to the main display. Anyway, let's have a listen. So I don't know how well you can hear that, but it doesn't really interfere with the notes and the attack of what I'm trying to play. So again, we've rolled the tone right down, so if I boost that a bit, let's give it a bit more mid-range, nearly on full, and I'm going to put the decay right up just because I can. Let's have a listen now. Quick tip, if you roll the decay down and then back up again, you'll get rid of the trail if you want to silence it quick time. You may have noticed when I was playing with the mix control, because I'd moved to a preset, the level, despite what it looks like on here, was already set. So until I moved it, it didn't actually come into effect, which is why when there was a sudden volume jump in the level of the reverb when I did this, basically moved it back and forward again because I wanted it to be right up here. So don't worry about that if you were wondering, that's basically what that was. But like I said, I can play that kind of ambient sort of Gilmour-esque style stuff, and this just sits beautifully underneath it. Again, it's less attacky than the Room one, so it works much better for lead playing. Let's have a look at the arena. Let's drop this down. Okay. See, it's a lot more boomy, is that you can almost hear afterwards, you get a bit of a woof. So that's quite cool. I quite like the arena one because it gives you that kind of vintagey kind of 80s hair metal feel, especially with the Mesa. But again, now let's boost the decay up because it's just immense and it's probably my favourite feature. Let's see what it does. So that's the whole Reverb. Just a quick overview, quick sort of play around with it. I really love the arena with the diffusion and the decay really high. And the modulation effect I think is great because it just gives you a bit more sort of a spacey weirdness, which I love. The mid control is really useful, and yeah, again, just blown away with the state of quality that's going on in this pedal. Having all three, the Timeline, the Mobius and the BigSky, is just amazing because it allows you to create moods and atmospheres which normally would take thousands of pounds of synthesizers and rack gear and all sorts of stuff, whereas you've got three guitar pedals that you can then create really anything you want. So Strymon, you are blowing my mind right now. Anyway, that's the whole Reverb, so stick around for the plate Reverb. I'll see you soon.